What if I told you the most terrifying thing for a narcissist is not being hated? It's not being left. It's not even being exposed. What truly terrifies them is that the very fabric of the universe is designed to work against them. They spend their lives believing they can outsmart consequences, outrun accountability, and bend reality to their will. But there are forces they cannot touch. There are laws older than time itself, laws that do not bend to human manipulation. And these laws always, without exception, bring the narcissist to ruin. At first, it does not look that way. From the outside, you may see them winning. You see them controlling people, collecting money, enjoying power, and building reputations that look untouchable. To the world, they appear as if nothing can break them. But what nobody sees is that behind every fake smile, behind every crafted success, these spiritual laws are already at work. They are like invisible threads pulling them slowly toward their own destruction. It may take years, it may take decades, but it is guaranteed. That's why you should never feel powerless in front of a narcissist. They may appear like they are getting away with everything, but I assure you, they are only walking further into their own downfall. Do not believe me? Let me prove it to you. I'm Samir, a narcissistic abuse recovery professional. Welcome to my channel. The topic for this one is 5 spiritual laws that always destroy the narcissist in the end. Spiritual Law 1, the law of soul reversal. A narcissist survives by feeding off the life force of others. They cannot sustain themselves from within because they're hollow at the core. So, they attach themselves to a host. They drain energy, dictate emotions, and keep their victims under a spell. To them, the victim is a puppet, a constant source of supply, somebody they can zombify and control. But here is something they never see coming. When the host finally recognizes the parasite for what it is, the entire dynamic shifts. The victim decides, I will no longer play the role you want me to play. And in that moment, something deeply shifts. It is a reversal of power itself. The very energy that was drained begins to regenerate inside you. Your voice returns, your worth awakens, your soul reclaims itself. What once looked like control is suddenly revealed to be dependence. The narcissist is not the master. They are the parasite. And when the host detaches, the parasite withers. For the narcissist, this is the ultimate torment. The one who once fed their ego now leaves them starving. The one they thought would never escape becomes the one who thrives. And the narcissist, left without a host, experiences their greatest fear: irrelevance, abandonment, and the slow death of their false power. That is the law of soul reversal I'm talking about. The parasite always ends up discarded. Spiritual Law 2, the law of generational echo. The destruction caused by a narcissist does not stop with them. It echoes. Sometimes the echo is immediate, but more often it travels through years, even generations, before it strikes back. Yet it always returns. A narcissist's children carry the weight of their cruelty. Their grandchildren inherit the fractures of their neglect. Families are silently poisoned by the patterns they create, until someone in the bloodline shows up and decides to rebel and break the chain. That rebellion is the law of the generational echo at work. In my own life, I saw this law play out. My grandfather's narcissism cascaded into my father's suffering. That way it could have passed into me. But when I awakened, when I refused to reheat the cycle, the echo reversed. It went back to its source. The chain ended with me. This law ensures that no destruction goes unanswered. If the narcissist imagines they are building a legacy, what they are really building is a curse. That curse resurfaces in rebellion, in rejection, or in the collapse of their bloodline itself. The narcissist who dreams of being remembered as powerful is remembered instead as the root of destruction. Spiritual Law 3, the law of silent witness. Narcissists think secrecy protects them. They act behind closed doors. They manipulate in shadows, don't they? They live under the illusion that if they cover their tracks well enough, no one will ever know. But every action leaves a witness. God sees, the universe records, neighbors notice, and coworkers observe. Children quietly take it all in. There are always witnesses, even when the narcissist believes there are none. In the beginning, they thrive on the instant gratification. They tell themselves, "I got away with it today, so I will get away with it forever." But these silent witnesses are not erased. They accumulate with time. They stack up like evidence waiting for its day in court. And one day, they rise. A coworker exposes them. A child speaks up. Maybe a partner reveals the truth. The narcissist cannot control this because it is written into the design of life itself that what is hidden will eventually be revealed. When it happens, the narcissist experiences their greatest humiliation. Their carefully crafted image crumbles. Their mask slips, not in front of one person, but in front of everybody. Everyone they wanted to impress. They become powerless. Why? Because the truth itself stood against them. That is the law of silent witnesses. Spiritual law 4, the law of rotting harvest. On the surface, the narcissist may look successful. They may appear wealthy, admired, or even powerful. They may even convince you and others that they have built a good life. But everything they build is rooted in deception, and deception never produces fruit that lasts. What they plant always rots. A marriage based on lies ends in collapse. A career built on manipulation ends in scandal. Money taken unjustly slips away through legal battles or endless paranoia. Admiration won by fakery returns to disgust when people realize the truth. Even when they appear to win, they cannot enjoy it. They live in a constant fear of exposure. They live in fear of loss. They live with a constant paranoia that what they have stolen will be taken back. I'm talking from experience. My father, my grandfather, they're all before me in my mind as I'm sharing this with you. You know, stolen fruit is never sweet. It poisons even the thief. That is the law of the rotting harvest. Whatever they plant in cruelty eventually collapses, leaving them surrounded not by abundance, but by decay. Spiritual law 5, the law of divine substitution. This is the law that pierces them the deepest. Every unjust act eventually reverses. Everything they tried to steal or sabotage ends up in the hands of someone worthy. The partner they demeaned finds real love with someone else. The colleague they tried to sabotage rises again and surpasses them. The family they tried to control blossoms once free of their grip. Even their children, who they demanded loyalty from, often end up giving their respect to someone entirely different, and they hate it. The narcissist watches all of this unfold. They see the very blessings they tried to hold, shining in the lives of others, while their own hands remain empty. They are left not only with nothing, but also with a bitter memory of what they once held. This law cannot be stopped. It is not human justice. It is divine correction. What was taken from the deserving will be restored, I assure you. What was gained through cruelty will be stripped away, no matter what. And the narcissist, no matter how powerful they believe they are, cannot escape it. Conclusion and final thoughts. So, bringing it all together, these are spiritual laws. They do not require your effort to enforce. They do not depend on human timing. They're already in motion, already written into the design of existence. The narcissist can manipulate people, but they cannot manipulate the universe, the divine system. They can fake love, but they cannot fake energy. They can build empires, but they cannot escape the laws that govern reality. And in the end, it is these laws, the law of soul reversal, the law of generational echo, the law of silent witnesses, the law of rotting harvest, and the law of divine substitution that guarantee their destruction. So, if you have ever felt powerless, If you have ever feared they would get away with it forever, remember this truth. They cannot escape these laws. Not in this life, not in the next, not ever. With that, let's bring this episode to an end. I will talk to you again. And until then, as always, let the healing begin.